The EDA meeting call to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
No, my toes don't hurt at all.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, public forum. Somebody here for public forum. Number 4, consideration and approval of the agenda. I would like to add a couple things. Under new business 8.1, talk about add Scotland / subsidy policy. Get an update on that. And 8.2, proposed business ordinance / planning commission. Do you have anything else on the consideration of the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay, Josh. Seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, EDA minutes of July 2nd.
The only question I have on it is in 7.3.
Excuse me, July 22nd, correct.
About the maturing CD, it just said Kevin Anderson made a motion to approve the 50,000 to be put into a 9-month CD with 3 point. Do we just have to clarify that we're rolling the interest too? I don't know if it matters,
Oh,
but somebody might ask.
I will add that. Yeah, I think it should be added. Good
Okay.
point.
Okay.
So as long as we're in that paragraph, would you respell Diego, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. So I'm gonna add interest roll.
0.75%, $50,000 plus interest.
Yeah, we're basically rolling the entire.
Yeah, along with interest
Yes.
to be put in
I
9
think
months.
that's a good point to make. And then the
Yeah.
name spelling error. I apologize.
Yeah, and we have been rolling the
Yeah,
interest
we have
and
not.
everything,
Yeah, we haven't
so.
pulled that out yet.
So probably the phrase fit the principal amount or original amount along with interest.
I feel like I even looked it up too.
Okay, so we'll add that along with interest. 7.3 there, and a new, Doug spelling there. So,
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, anything else on, minutes?
I will make a motion to approve.
Okay, Josh, second by Doug. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Carried. All right. We good?
Financials.
Yeah,
Yeah, so, pretty boring month, nothing significant. I do want to note that, Marcy, I don't know if you can, I can reach out to Nicole too, but
Oh, sure.
the date on that bottom Stern CD on the balance sheet there still shows a maturity of 6/11/26. That needs to get updated to reflect the 27 maturity date. We did roll that one.
Oh, yes.
Mention that. And then you'll also note that top CD, that's the one we just rolled. But that did not get rolled over until August 3rd.
so that's the 9-month one,
Yeah, we did roll it. It just didn't happen until.
as an, 9 months.
Yeah, is that what it was? I can't remember. Yep, the 9
Yeah.
back at Stearns,
And
375.
which one else did you talk about?
The bottom one there, it just
Yeah,
shows the maturity of 6/11/26. We rolled that one. It just, Nicole didn't
Yeah.
update the dates.
okay, that's fine.
Perfect.
So let's, update that.
Yeah. So with that, we had a month-over-month change in cash, $303. Overall fund balance, $612,025, broken down as follows. General fund had $152,760. SCDP, $71,678, and the RLF of $387,587. All borrowers are paying on time. So you're gonna see those reflected in the respective financials. And you're just gonna see the recurring expenses, the professional and wages, which is basically the city staff expenses in there, and then the interest income and everything broken down on the rest of the financials. So, like I said, there's not really much going on.
Yeah, and everybody's up to date on their
Everybody's up to date.
payment,
Yep.
SCDP, they're up to date.
Yep.
As you said, so that's,
A copy of that?
that's good.
Copy of what?
You want to grab Kevin's?
Yeah, here's an extra copy.
That is true. He printed one. So yeah, that's a map entire packet. So it'll have all the backup to the agenda.
If anybody has questions on that, let me know. I can go in more detail, but I just found.
Yeah, it looks pretty straightforward here.
At least this month, there's really.
Yeah, so that's 6.1 and that's 6.2 and it's 6.3, right?
Yeah.
So any questions or comments on the financials? All right, nothing noteworthy, that's good. Okay, we have, excuse me, 7.1, 2027 budget, EDA budget book.
You'll have a copy in front of you. It's the longer legal sheet.
Okay, is that different than the one that got emailed?
I think so.
I think it should be
Same
the
one.
same. Yeah, I don't
Okay,
think
you
the
just
wording
happen to
is
print
the
it out.
same. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
So you just need to look at if there's anything on there you want to change.
So I do it, Marcy, who's responsible for drafting this budget within the city?
I meet with everybody. Nicole plugs the numbers in and calculates where we're at.
Okay, so my big question is that stuck out to me is like wages is up for the 2027 budget is up 40%. It's a 47% increase compared to last year.
So when you add all the wages up,
That's just honestly the first wages full time.
oh, that's just the first line there.
14 to 45.
Yeah, so it's up almost 50% compared to last year, and I just don't know, is that, to me, that seems high.
It's the 311761 compared to the 4569.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's
That-
47% higher compared to actual last year, 35% higher compared to last year's budget.
My comment would be, is that because
Yeah.
Leslie Sauter is no longer,
Let's see about, professional services.
It's higher.
Yeah.
well, hers would
Well, you
come
go
out of
ahead,
professional
budget and
services.
activity. So make sure you're looking at, the budget amount with the activity, because this is printed through, I believe, the half year. So,
Well, I just see,
but I do see
I'm
that
just saying, did her wages come out of professional services?
Leslie's, yes, came out
Yeah,
of
they did.
professional services.
Okay, and that's way down.
Let's see where
Yeah,
that's
and
at.
then the city staff is picking up some of that load.
There's not even anything
Yeah, we're not
budgeted
even
for
budgeting
professional services.
for professional, if you want to put something in there for a project or,
at this point, I think it's, unless we're gonna end up doing something with that
Maybe.
orders property, that's kind of,
Yeah,
and
well,
I think that would be staff that would step in for that.
oh, that's right, we
I
did mention
think.
the city would do that. So maybe that's part of the cost for that.
I
I don't know, to me,
Because there's not even,
if we just compare budget to budget numbers, it's still a 35%
Engineering.
bump. To me,
Yeah.
that seems pretty high,
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna, yeah, I agree.
unless there's a reason for it.
I will find out the reason for that, because I know like with HRA, we did a 1%. So 1% of, I think, my wage, and a couple others, it gets dispersed or allocated towards HRA, which I thought was the same for EDA. So I'll make sure I find out that percentage, so you know if that changed.
Good, honestly, that's like our largest expense aside from like, if we have professional services, is that.
And then, you know, that professional services stuff is a wide range of things.
Yeah, it depends upon the
Yeah.
year, right? And
Yeah, I mean, we spent a lot of money on, surveying
Yep.
and,
legal review,
uh,
other stuff.
Well,
the soil borings and testing and wetland delineation, and it just goes on and on.
I mean,
Trying to get
personal
things shovel ready.
you guys have had legal expenses and engineering expenses. They
Yep,
just looked like they all fell into professional services.
I've always wanted those broke up, and I would suggest that we do,
I
because
agree.
professional services was a kind of a catch-all
Right,
when we first started, and I mentioned it several different times that we have to try and, delineate,
'Cause
be
you
a
want
little
an
bit more
accurate-
specific
Yeah.
of what's going
To
on
have an
here.
accurate budget. I agree.
Right, and it helps identify things.
I
a
would
little bit
recommend, I
easier.
mean, if you guys have stuff that you're planning on doing with Orvis, depending on how things go with Orvis or anything, I would recommend you guys add something to each one of those lines.
Just in case. I mean,
Just
yeah,
in
worst
case.
case, it's a simple budget, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. Like for sure 2,000 in
Yeah.
engineering.
Yeah.
I would
I have
have
no
that.
problem with
Yeah.
that.
Property development or
Yeah.
whatever line you wanna put in.
So we could maybe add 2,000 to engineering services, and I don't know.
What's the deadline to get this back, like the final numbers, Marcy?
You have to submit it to the county by end of September. So
Oh, so this is,
This is probably your meeting to decide.
I would add $2,000 legal fees too.
I
I
actually
mean, we
would,
do meet on what, the 23rd?
Right, but I think council has to final approve on the 16th.
Oh,
It doesn't mean we gotta spend these things, but at
no,
least you have
exactly.
something.
It's
Yeah.
always nice to come under budget.
How much
It is.
2K?
Yeah,
I feel
that's,
like
I,
2,000 does not get you far.
no, it doesn't.
So can you think of maybe 3?
for legal?
Yeah.
Legal is
It's
high.
Whatever, I mean,
Jesus.
I mean, we try to like go through the League of Minnesota first because they have attorneys that are free to us. So we try to go that route first, but it's expensive. You're gonna get, what, 10 hours if you budget 2,000? So do you feel
Well, I don't know,
comfortable?
were there legal fees on this Ascot land? That doesn't fall under the EDA.
That was an escrow fee that is retained.
the only other question I have too is like advertising promotion. I mean, Becky's not here, but
There should be
like every
somebody
year-
in there for that.
every year, it seems like we do
The
something.
Mall of America, you got new brochures, being made, website updates.
I mean, do we throw $500 in there? That's what we spend.
Put 1,000 in
Yeah,
it,
I
right?
agree. 1,000.
Might want to mention that if you don't have some things in this where you expect to spend some money, they want to look at, city wants to look at what kind of, tax, amount they will
Levy.
pass on,
Yeah.
they'll levy.
Yeah.
So if you don't have anything, you don't plan on spending anything in the budget, well, you can see what they did last year, or we did last
That
year.
was the city council did
We
that.
dropped it down $20,000
Right.
from the maximum. That's hard to build your reserves up.
Right.
Especially if we start looking, jumping ahead here, but our new revolving loan fund of $200,000.
So it looks like you guys have $850 in dues and subscriptions budgeted, and it's used every year.
Yeah,
Is that an amount you want to put back?
I don't know what that's for.
that's, used to be for, what was it, GPS?
Well, there's this, all that 360 or.
Yeah, and where you go to all those meetings, and I don't know if you do that anymore.
Because there's that computer internet GIS support too there, that iCompass, so I didn't know if it was actually moved up.
Yeah, with some different deals that the city or Leslie was going to be, informed of,
What's going on?
what was going on. They had, a lot of businesses were there, and they were always looking for, they would come and give their business plan, and all the cities would attend this, and they'd say, we have an idea, or we are going to expand. And they would lay out their business plan, how big of a building they may require, the number of people they would employ, and so on and so forth. And if we were interested in it, then we would start a discussion with them. send them our packet of what we would have to offer. It never really, it got to be a lot of work and no action, yeah. Kind of like bidding jobs forever and never getting one. So sooner or later, you gotta change your plan. But if you don't go, you don't know what's out there.
Yeah.
And you don't know what the businesses are necessarily requesting. We found that they wanted everything,
Yeah.
and that's just the way it is.
I wonder if we just put $850 there on the side of caution and just move on.
Yeah,
At least it's there.
that's fine.
Did we have a number for that professional services line?
Well, I think that one's such a,
We better put something in there, you know, right.
Well,
Cut it in half from the 2026 original budget.
is the,
What, 4,000?
$5,000, I don't know.
$5,000. At least you have something in there.
Like I said, what are they gonna tell us? No, if we go over budget, we'll be able to justify it, right?
Right,
If there's something.
right. No, we don't spend money unless it's needed.
Right, okay, yeah, I see.
We're not like, oh, let's use it or we'll lose it. That isn't the way we operate.
Is there?
There, I like it up. We just added what, 5, 10, 11, almost $12,000 to the budget there.
you know, that engineering services, if we go back to that, if you think about the Orvis property, maybe we start by looking at the property and see what would be maybe the location of a loop road or something, some best way to access the full range of the property. And so that could be included in here, maybe we would.
Just want you guys to be aware on the Orvis property, over half that property is wetland.
Not half. It's like, we've walked that whole property.
Well, I know, but the DNR has to be involved.
They do have to be involved.
Well, you got the whole lot A.
Yeah.
That's sitting there.
That's
You know.
one cap.
Yeah. I mean, how does that work and coincide with the Orvis property? You know, if you wanted to access it from there.
Yeah.
Other things have to happen before the Orvis property can even
Yeah.
remotely entertain.
Right.
If I click wetlands, this is your property.
So basically,
It is a hefty portion that is wetlands.
Yeah, typical Pine County.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
nothing-
Not wrong.
There's nothing to do with that.
Wetland can be modified. The Wellion property was modified, so then there's a clinic there now. So
Yeah, and everybody said, well, that's all wetland. Well.
it wasn't.
it's not no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever.
But maybe that engineering services should be pumped up. Maybe that would be, bump it up to 5K.
So
Right.
5K for professional and engineering?
No,
Just-
just engineering. 5K for professional, 5K for engineering.
Yeah.
That would give us 10 total.
Okay, and then
We
we
work with.
okay,
Okay.
And then you added 3 to legal.
Yep.
We added 1,000 to
Advertise.
advertising. And we added 850 to dues and subscriptions.
I like it.
Becky just chimed in that $850 is East Central Development Partnerships. That's a set amount.
Yeah, so we need it.
So we use that.
Alright,
Thank you, Becky.
good. Alright, well, can we get a motion, I guess, that is going to be our new proposed EDA budget then?
And subject to getting clarity on the wages, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Subject to clarity on the wages of 4569.
Yeah,
We added those items that we just talked about.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Mike,
second,
second by Mark. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Okay, good, we'll get that one. Zero.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, So 7.2, I was a little bit confused. What's the difference between 7.2 and 7.4?
It's in here twice. I
Is that what it is?
That's what it appears to
It's
me.
just twice?
Yeah.
I'm going like, did I miss something?
Oh. That would be nice.
Okay,
So I
all
think we
right.
can actually scratch it out at 7.4 because it really has nothing to do.
Yeah,
with
let's take it out of 7.4.
What does RLF stand for?
Revolving loan fund.
Yeah.
Revolving loan.
Just 203 on the financials, actually.
Fund number 203. Yeah.
203, yep. So this year, I don't know, I know on our last meeting, I proposed that we do something because renewing the CDs is.
Right,
it's
so
a lot of
this is, yeah, we're on 7.2 now.
Yeah, and, I submitted the original and then, you know, we added a couple things and I think it was agreed upon. I think the minutes even stated that we're gonna have some legal do a cursory review of this.
Yes, and I thought I would have that back for you today, and I don't. We kind of have a lot of things on the attorney's plate, so,
Well,
I'll
there
definitely
you
do a
go.
follow-up on this.
Set some professionals. Well, I haven't reviewed that then and
Yeah,
see if,
TBD.
right.
yes, thank you.
We're not trying to make that any more complicated than it has to be.
Yeah, because when is the
You gotta
next?
talk to
one?
these
That's it.
attorneys like this. Otherwise they'll give you a
Stay on top of the
50-page deal.
game.
Look here. It's gonna be one of those two middle ones, February.
Oh. Do we have one in October?
Oh, we do, in October,
Okay.
10/10, yeah, sorry.
10/10.
If I look at the dates, yeah,
Next is 10. Got it.
sorry, yeah. 10 October. That's another Stern one. So, yeah. So if it'd be ideal to have this, well, would that even be in place if we approve it by next meeting? Because it doesn't have to go to the city council, right? Or how does that? work?
Well, the attorney's gotta look at it, then we gotta, you know,
Look at that.
review it. Then we gotta, yeah,
Then it goes.
we can
So
approve
it's not-
it, but then it's gotta go to the city.
Yeah, so there's no way this needs to be probably approved by the
No.
October maturity
I
then.
would doubt
You
that.
guys have to make a decision on that at your next meeting.
Well, you gotta get it back to us first.
Yeah.
Well, I meant on your CD.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We'll have that,
That's-
yeah, we'll have
yeah.
that.
That's not an issue.
And then all we would do is enter in the, rate. That's all we'd have to update.
Right? Okay.
All right, let's keep working on this. This EDA strategic planning input worksheet. Do we want to have a special meeting just for this, or should we make this the primary agenda item at one of our meetings?
Yeah, so I gave you each a copy so you could actually start making notes on it, crossing off what you think is not important, adding what you think is. And I don't know, give it a try at doing it yourself and not contracting someone to let us know what you'd like to see done, and we can see how we can take it ourselves.
I think that should
I think we
come.
decided at the last meeting to try to do something ourselves.
Yeah.
Right, I agree.
We have enough brain power, I think.
so.
Yeah.
Right.
Not pay someone to do something we can do.
Do we want to, consider a special meeting on this? Might be, I don't know, get together and discuss it. We all bring this home and kind of,
I think we could do it at a regular.
I think we
We
could
all
too,
do this.
if you have the homework, and then we could really, because I think on the next meeting, we'll hopefully get the CD settled for October. And we can try to just keep it a slim agenda so we can spend more time on,
how about November?
oh, sure. You put this to the November meeting?
Yeah, let's put the, is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
I like that. but-
That way it gives us a little bit more time. When is that November, for the heck of it?
For us to
Yeah, maybe,
critique the
Critique.
format, not.
no,
Bill out and critique.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Put ideas down.
Just put your ideas down.
If there's anything that should be on here and isn't on here, or things that are on here that maybe are superfluous or not necessary.
So the November meeting is November 25,
So that's Thanksgiving
the
or
day before Thanksgiving. That's a birthday?
It is.
Birthday planning?
I feel like they.
Yeah, or the golf party.
We'll have a cake.
I mean, yeah, that's a great idea. Would you like to move the November meeting to a Monday for the week of Thanksgiving?
No.
That date was changed.
Is it in the
You know, that, is that the day before Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
No,
Wednesday usually.
Yeah.
no, I would not like.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wednesday.
That's planning.
I don't want
Planning
it on
there's to Monday. So plannings is set for Monday, November 23rd, which usually is the same day as us. Would you like to?
On a council meeting.
We can verify it.
It's not even in the calendar though for,
Could we have this on Tuesday, November 24th?
I mean, there is on our city calendar, there is no EDA meeting in
Oh, we can put one on there.
Good, that's great, then we can do one for
November.
this.
We're not changing anything because it's not there.
Any possibility we could do it Tuesday, November 24th? A lot of people go out of town on the day
Right
before
away, yeah.
Thanksgiving. I got 40 people coming, I don't need that.
That Tuesday would,
I don't see an issue with that.
Okay,
Come
I
on.
propose then that our November meeting is November 24th, Tuesday, 8:30. And main, well, on the agenda specifically will be input, EDA strategic planning, input worksheet. Hopefully we've all looked at this and thought about it. And, we can add to this, delete some of it, whatever.
Okay, so Kevin did anyone second that?
I'll second it.
Second by Mark, was it?
Mhm.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Great, thank you.
Opposed? Carried. Let me just put this in my calendar right now.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Okay, so that's 7.3, right? So then we got, Jesus, guys, we're talking about the revolving loan fund policy,
Well, this was 7.2.
excuse me.
7.4 has been taken stricken.
Well, no, the CD resolution of 7.4 was stricken. We still have 7.4, 2023 memo.
Yes.
Council request regarding EDA RLF policy, page 28. So I don't know where we're at on the revolving loans fund policy anymore. We've talked about it, changed it, updated it.
So I think what happened, Doug and I talked about this, but back in 2023, I think there was a proposal to make some changes to the RLF fund, which is here.
Right.
And then Mike Gainer at the time must have brought it to the city council. And then city council came back and said, hey, we want to make some additional modifications. But then the ball just got dropped from there. I don't know if that's the time when Mike maybe transitioned out of the position. I'm not really sure. I don't recall
Yeah,
exactly what
I
happened.
get you.
But it appears like the RLF policy was never updated.
Mhm.
So we're just bringing this back to light to say maybe we should get this done.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know if anybody had a chance to look through it. There's not significant changes. And I guess I don't want to come through here.
Well, so this goes to page, this 33, the revolving loan fund policy. You know, on page 34, where the ineligible projects,
Yeah,
housing development.
yeah. Well, and that's what the city is saying. They think we should strike from there.
So, wow.
We-
I mean, that's fine with me. We put it all towards industry and employment, but, you know, we know there's a need for housing or, what do they call it? Living wage. Apartments, what they got 100 different names for all this stuff.
Affordable housing.
Affordability.
Thank you, affordable housing.
Low income housing.
Yeah, I mean, proposal, who knows, there might be a proposal for, there was one for a 100-unit apartment up on Outlot 8. Of course, that would have involved EDA and our involvement and, you know, at one time there
Yeah.
was.
Now, one thing you'll note, and I mentioned
Running sewer, maybe in water infrastructure, not that we got that kind of money, but
certainly opens up the door.
I don't know, I've always been a big proponent, you know, this kind of like if it doesn't add employees, we weren't interested in it, but I think times have changed.
Yeah. And one thing with this, Kevin, you'll notice at the bottom of the memo there, there's a comment in here that an email was sent out to some attorney about this, I suppose to determine if housing developments could even be as part of the.
Oh, I guess I didn't catch it.
Yeah, if you read at if you flip back a page to the memo, wherever it is, and you're, right there.
Oh,
And
in
then
here,
Go to page 2,
okay, page 29,
at the bottom there.
Oh, I
city lawyer.
can get back to us. Did he get back to us? I don't know.
What's the status of the city's, HRA? That's something that they still want to get rid of ultimately, or it's gonna continue for a while, as long as we have the apartments and some of the other stuff? What's kind of the update on that? Does that pertain to what we're talking about?
I don't have an update on that.
They were active, just went in a couple meetings here, weren't they?
Well, I mean, I know they are now, but you know,
But no, I don't know.
necessarily favors the HRA, so it's like, what's that future going forward, and what does that mean for us?
Right.
Financial need presents itself.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
I talked to Leslie Sauter,
Yeah.
and the short version is the foundation needs to be fixed
Yeah, we know this stuff.
before they can do anything. And then she was hoping that the HRA would turn over to the county because they already have 3 HRA apartments. And then maybe the city would transfer it to the county. And then the levy would stop for the city and would go to the county.
And my
That's her
question,
long-term goal.
my question would be then, if at the county level, would we still get a fair shake down here in Pine City relative to, say, Hinkley or Sandstone in the development of some of these projects, right? Because that's, you know, we've been more over the last couple of decades has had their HRA, and they've had tremendous development there, you know, and then we've kind of been here in the hinterland with nothing. And so we've tried to develop our own HRA so that we have some funds here for development of projects here.
And
So-
not be the county, keep it in the city.
Well, I think it's more beneficial for us to have our own, you know, as long as we've got people that could run it.
But one time there was talking of merging us with the HRA,
Yeah,
us going into the HRA or HRA joining us. HRA is totally in control of their own funds. They do not need city council approval for all this stuff. Kind of like that.
mm-hmm.
Maybe
Mike?
we should merge into the HRA.
My question for you guys to think about would be, would we have lakeside student housing if EDA wasn't able to fund that? That's a housing project. It's a commercial housing project. Most of these apartments are commercial properties. They're not just housing.
No, exactly. No, we're not.
Does it create a lot of jobs? No.
One, there's a difference between single family housing
And multiple.
and multi, yeah. Yeah, and maybe that's the clarity we need. I don't know. Maybe ineligible products are single family,
Yeah, well,
if that's what we
I
want
mean,
to
we
do.
don't wanna muddy the waters too much.
Right.
Or do we even want it in there? It's up to us what we wanna do anyway.
They say yes or no whether or not the project is approved.
But a housing, somebody doing a student housing wouldn't be able to come to you at all if you remove housing. Throwing that out there.
So we would remove as ineligible.
It's currently listed as ineligible. So we're talking about removing it to make it eligible.
Okay. Yeah, when I read through it, I read it as you guys were striking that all together, but.
We're just talking about key, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I brought
I
up.
would argue, you know, we
I
did a
don't
loan
know.
for Lakeside. That is not, in my opinion, that's not a housing development. Right? That's.
Yeah, I don't know, that's a big word, housing development, you know.
It's kind of a special project in its own category.
Right, it is. I guess I'd view this more as like single family type build outs, not a commercial type thing, but again, maybe there's clarity on this. So,
I think that's kind of like a student hotel, basically.
yeah. They crossed off some other things in here too, and I don't, if any, I mean,
Well, I guess,
personal guarantees that we crossed out, I don't know why we did that. I'd prefer to have them, but that's just my own 2 cents.
where did they cross that out?
If you go to page 37 of 53,
Yeah, cause I see it in page 38.
so go back, unless you're on a different one than me.
No, that's fine. Page 37,
You see personal.
EDA requires personal guarantee, so that's crossed off, but I see it here on page 38.
I think, I don't think it was one, I think it's listed twice,
Oh, okay,
and that's why we got rid of that section.
okay, that makes sense.
But it's still a requirement.
Okay. then-
Still a requirement. They actually have that highlighted.
And then there's some issue, a huge thing crossed out for loan servicing there.
What page is that?
45 of 53 starts at the bottom and basically takes up 2/3 of the other page.
Does it say that we're handling the loan?
Well, this
What's it
states
say?
that there's 2 options. We're either a lender, like Stearns could service it for us, or we could service it ourselves.
Yeah, right, that's kind of what we wanted. Because some of the loans got, could get pretty complicated and was easier for the bank to handle it all.
Well, they kind of would get lost.
We got lost, yeah, our staff kind of got lost in what was going on there with all the changes of employees and.
And I truly don't remember why that was suggested.
Yeah,
That was
that's
crossed
kind
out.
of
That
what-
was-
I think it's just a remove spot for the city.
Right,
To a commercial lender.
But that doesn't always work.
well, you can do either or,
Well, what
Right.
about for the?
it gives you the option.
Okay.
We didn't wanna spend our time, necessarily, watching, but handling all the loan documents.
No, right,
The
but I-
paperwork and all
But I'm
that,
saying we're servicing all the RLF loans that we have on the books right now,
right,
right? If we
That I
cross this out, that's removing us as an option to service it.
we don't wanna do that,
That's what I'm getting at.
okay,
So do we want to,
we wanna have an option,
does that make sense? And again, it's been so long since,
I think when we established that, I think we looked at it and said if any bank is willing to service that loan on behalf of the EDA.
That would be the preferred
that would be,
route.
yeah.
and maybe that's how we got to reword it. I don't know.
It's just, it just says option, it's just an option, right, for loan servicing? I don't know why you wouldn't keep that in there.
Right.
The bottom line is, why don't you keep it?
That's ultimately what I'm getting at. I don't recall the reason why.
We just thought it'd be a lot simpler. So we can get on with a different, another, hopefully more important business than servicing the loan.
Oh, and then on page, going back, hopping back on page 40 of 53, or page 8 of the RLF policy, that 50,000 was bumped up to 200.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest change. On page 40 to 50 got switched to 200.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if there's clarity on, I don't know if you want to table this, have more discussion on the housing part of it or what.
Well, I think we got, you know. So why is that in there?
I think, Kevin, I think that dates back probably before my time, in which I think the EDA was at that time maybe more geared towards the commercial and industrial.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They didn't want funds, and I have some reservation about the housing part of it too, because you know, the tenancy there is gonna be a long-term investment on behalf, as opposed to a 3-year equipment loan or something. You know, if you sign up for those, I mean, in all fairness, we could be into Lakeside for 20 years.
Yeah.
Now, we don't wanna be,
No,
but the reality of that is.
its potential is there.
Yeah, that may be, and that's my reservation about housing, is it's not an in and out thing. You're signing up for potentially something that's gonna probably outlast everybody in the sport.
But if we exclude it, get rid of it out of the ineligible product, so make it eligible, that still gives us discretion on whether or not we want to
Yeah,
approve it
you
or
can
not.
consider it.
Yeah.
Certainly, if it's not ineligible. And that I'm fine with, but I just think when it comes to development, those,
They're beasts, they can be,
you
yeah.
know, they're,
Big money and last forever.
Yeah.
I agree.
Now, that being said, if it's a performing loan and it's doing well in the community,
Yeah,
right,
that's
that's a
fine.
totally separate issue. Who cares if we keep it on the books, right? If it's thriving.
Well, I think of, you know, let's just say the Orvis property and a developer came in, said, you know, you give me that land, I'll put up 40 houses and I'll run city and water in there. I mean, wouldn't that be pretty attractive? We give them the land cost is 200 and some thousand, 232.
Yeah, but how long
I
does it
mean,
take to make that up on the?
You know, and if there was some kind of guarantee, let's just say, wouldn't we consider that? It helps. It doesn't add employment, but it gives me the opportunity to hire somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out a scenario.
I mean, essentially it could, you're gonna employ people to build those homes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But then it would also then flip and give us the problem of industrial park expansion again.
Yes, yeah. I'm not
Which is
saying.
the whole point of acquiring that property in the
Right.
first place.
Well, aside from that, let's say it's the lending property, right? Same difference. I mean,
There are better uses of property.
Yeah, right, whatever. Pick, you know, pick out lot 8, whatever.
I prefer to have more leeway. So if
Yeah.
it were me, I'd say let's remove it, and then that gives us the discretion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
so who did this?
Speak with caution.
It had to be somebody from the city, I would
So
think.
I
Yeah,
think
we
it's
think
probably Leslie.
So this looks like, I don't know.
No, I think that's Mike Gainer.
I think this is my thing.
I don't know, there's a lot in here.
I feel like this was something that was being talked about right around the time I got hired.
So we might wanna scratch, on page 34, housing development. I'm trying to sum up what we talked about. Note on page 40, we're doing the RLF from 50,000 to a maximum of 200,000. part of that is $50,000 doesn't do much anymore. And then when there's questions, why do you have money compared to anything else? It's for that. And what else were we saying? here?
Basically, on strike the loan servicing.
The loan servicing, we want to have that option. I lost that page. What is that?
Page 45.
Okay, loan servicing, we'd like to put back in.
There's some very minor like modifications, you know, about the loan servicing. They're just changing some minor wording. I don't think it's worth
We're going through right now.
formality.
So that would be our recommendation. Is that what we're saying?
I
They
can
have
always
the
change it
city
again,
do
right?
this.
Update.
Yeah.
Sure.
Was that a motion? Do we gotta make a motion on that?
Yeah, I'll make that motion. Make those, changes, have the city review this. Whoever needs to review it at the city, I don't know how you do that, but
Marcy, can you have somebody, whoever's gonna update this, follow up like with the changes? Should we get on a copy of a unmarked one, just so we can review it to make sure before it goes to city, we're good with it?
oh, yeah. Well, maybe we should get this changed,
Yes,
Bring it back.
And
bring it back to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause it's not,
because we're gonna, if we just have to go to city blind, we don't really know.
yeah, right, I agree.
Okay, so make the changes and bring back to EDA,
Yeah, and then we'll review it again
send to council.
Just send it.
and send to council, and if there's a